No, this is not what's up. Let's get it going anyways. Alright, so today you guys, we're gonna be going over some of my skincare today. Obviously, my skin is like not the most poppin' thing in the world, but I do want to like help destigmatize the idea of men doing skincare. There's a lot of stupid things around it where guys don't think they should be doing their skincare because it's ladylike, but number one, there's a reason why you look 30 when you're 15. And number two, there's also a reason why Asian don't raisin. So we're gonna get into it a little bit. The first things that I want to talk about are avoid the things that are made just for men. Just because they're made just for men does not mean they're the best product. The problem with men's products is that they put it in a gray, black, or charcoal bottle that says for men, and they tend to add fragrance like musk, cedarwood, a lot of those earthy scents to make it seem like it's more for men. That's a problem with men's skincare, is that fragrances can really mess up your skin. It causes a lot of irritation, a lot of redness, and it doesn't help absorb as much as the nutrients and vitamins that your skin needs to make sure that it gets healthy. Clearly, I'm not the greatest advocate for skincare because it's not like my skin is, baby butt smooth, and it's not, the fleekiest, but on the bright side, I'm taking care of my skin, and even though it doesn't look the best, I've noticed a lot more in my pore shrinkage. I've noticed a lot more control of the oils in my face. For a lot of us, we get really dry in the winters and then get really oily in the summers. And we don't know how to combat that. A lot of people are just putting messes and messes of stuff on their face, but you need to take care of your skin and you need to make sure you're potentially controlling how your skin reacts. And you're giving your skin exactly what it needs to beat whatever you think is happening. This is not my everyday skin routine. I do this maybe 3 times a week just to make sure I can clean everything off. You don't need to do it as much as I am doing every single week because most of us are just sitting at home anyway, so we're not, expelling a lot of salts and oils to our face and a lot of the outside dirt in the world. But it's fun. And I think the most important thing to say would be just treat your skincare like it's self-care. It's a lot of fun, and once you get really into it and you start seeing the results, it becomes a lot more therapeutic. So we'll get into it. So I do the skincare routine every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. My skincare begins with a Shiseido cleansing oil. What it usually does is just wipes off a lot of the excess oil, a lot of excess dirt that I've built up. Pillowcase can be a little dirtier than you think it is, and your clothes, when you're wiping your mouth. You never know where dirt can end up, and you never know when you're just gonna need to wash it off. So I would recommend doing this once every other day. You don't need to do it every single day. So I'm gonna start off with just washing my face with that right now. So I just put a little bit into my hand, like 1 pump. And I don't use any water on my face because I want the oil to act. So be pretty gentle with it. You don't want to cause a lot of irritation on your face, and you also don't want to be just rubbing the crap out of it because you would be rubbing in a lot more dirt on your hands than you think you are. And also, it's just not good. It's like consistently scratching or rubbing something on your body, and that would obviously cause irritation. And we're trying to avoid that with skincare. So be patient and be gentle. It doesn't feel like it's rubbing a lot, but fellas, I'm gonna be honest, it's really working. Then you just wash it off with some water. An important thing, get a face towel. A face towel will save you so much dirt and oil and disgusting things that you usually use. A lot of people in general use a regular bath towel, and that's pretty disgusting when you think about it. After you shower, you're just wiping yourself everywhere on your body. But when you have a face towel just for your face, you know that your face is not in disgusting places, and you're constantly cleaning it properly. So make sure you have a proper face towel, and make sure you're cycling that every so often to make sure you're not wiping the same dirt and grime on your skin every single week and every single day. Next thing up, I will double cleanse with this foaming facial cleanser from CeraVe. I think that's how you pronounce it. CeraVe? CeraVe. Whatever, you get it. You want to double cleanse, so this is like a water-based cleanser, and you need the water-based cleanser to wipe away the oil-based cleanser, because I just washed my face with oil, and oil and water don't mix. So if you let that sit on your skin too much and you don't get all of it off, it'll emulsify. You don't want to leave any of that oil or residue on your skin, because it's almost the same as if you were to take any old regular oil and just rub it on your face and leave it there. You really don't want that. Taking a gentle facial cleanser and especially a foaming one where it can act and begin to wipe off any of that oil will really help in that process of making sure you can get all that off and gently cleansing the rest of your skin, whatever that oil couldn't get off. One pump and it'll come out like soap basically, but you want to add some water to it and then you start rubbing that around and then magically it starts foaming. So you start washing that on your face like anything else. Make sure you get everywhere on your skin. And once you feel like it's fully applied, just wash it off. And this comes off way easier than the oil. Pat dry. Don't rub like crazy. Okay, next, we're gonna move on to some toner. And I know a lot of people say that toner is not totally necessary, but I just like the way it feels on my face and I really enjoy the process of using toner. I don't know what about it exactly. I think it just feels refreshing and it feels good to wake up to and just like prep my face for whatever it is. So this is Wonder's Black Rice Hyaluronic Acid Toner. Obviously I don't use too much of it because I think my face becomes really sensitive. I tend to stray away from like just straight up hyaluronic acid because I feel like it's a little bit harmful for me and I've noticed a bit of irritation when using it directly. So I'm just gonna use this black rice toner that I've been given from a friend who honestly her skin is like incredible and she's done the research for me for this product. So I've been giving it a whirl for about a week now, so we'll see how it goes. So I just use 5 drops on a reusable cotton pad. Use your hands, use a reusable cotton pad. Don't use those throwaway cotton pad, one single use. It's a waste of fabric, it's a waste of material, and it just creates too much product of waste. And it's not really worth it for the environment. So just take it and I drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not that much, but this will go a long way on your skin, especially because this toner is a little bit thicker. And I just gently just like rub it around my face and make sure I spread it everywhere I need to be. Make sure I get like underneath my eye. And that's basically it. And then just make sure you tap that in very gently, just to make sure you know the product is being applied to your skin properly. Good to go. I like to wash off whatever product is already on my hands instead of moving on to the next one because I feel like it's not the smartest to continually mix the products like that on your hands and then reapply it. After, I move on to some vitamin E by The Body Shop. The brand really doesn't matter about this, and I found this at TJ Maxx. You can see it from the sticker there. But what I found what it does is that it helps absorb a lot more nutrients and vitamins from other skincare sources that you're using, and it makes your skin fully absorb everything that it needs and everything you're trying to give it. It basically turns your skin into a sponge. So I just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. It's not that much, but like I said, in skincare, a lot of people who first start just use like so much product and it's a huge waste. There's only so much that your skin is able to absorb. So using less is always going to help you out in the long run. Also, it saves you a lot of money because you're not constantly just running through so much skincare and you're not constantly just running out of product because you're knowing how much your skin actually needs. Sometimes you may need 1 pump of this product, sometimes you need another pump of that product, but usually less is more when it comes to skincare. So just know that it's a process and you're not gonna ever know how much your skin actually needs of any single product the moment you use it. So start with small amounts and then move up because products in high amounts that your skin's not used to can cause a lot of redness and irritation, especially where you don't want it and the most sensitive areas on your face. So I just pat this thing back into my face. Next, we're gonna move on to one of the more important parts of any skincare routine, which is a pore reducing, minimizing serum. I would say this is important because a lot of people struggle with big pores. You can see here, like my nose has pretty big pores on the bridge and on the nose itself. So I like a pretty strong one. It's helpful in terms of making sure that your skin doesn't collect a lot of dust and a lot of things don't get into your pores so that your products are properly sitting on your face. And look at that. It's just small dots all over the face. You don't need globs and globs everywhere. And when I say like less is more, I really do mean it. With these thin layers, you're doing everything your skin needs because you have to remember your skin needs to breathe, right? Your skin needs oxygen. Your skin is an organ and it needs that to properly survive and function. And what we're putting on it as products is not suffocating it. It's constantly giving it nutrients in small amounts throughout the day. But If you're giving it a bunch of it, you're not gonna be able to have your skin breathe, and it's gonna create more oil, and your pores and everything are gonna be so much more clogged up than they usually were because you're overfeeding your skin. So now that the serum is on, it goes on real smooth and real light. You barely even feel it. And I don't know about y'all, but if you can feel me through this new iPhone, the skin has like dramatically changed in terms of smoothness from when I woke up to it being really cold here in Seattle to it being like very smooth and just like feeling a whole lot better. And I already feel a lot better about myself, which is the best part about skincare. So after the serum, I like to use a moisturizer. I use the Clinique ID Dramatically Hydrating Jelly. I found this recommendation through the Eric Nam video, so pardon me for that. But I was looking at this product for a while and I went with the blue add-on, and the blue add-on is supposed to help with uneven skin tones and uneven textures on the skin. So what I like to do is just add a little bit to my hand, and as you can see there, I don't know if you can exactly, there's a little bit of blue that comes out from the add-on itself. It's a lot more wet than most products for moisturizers, but I like the way it feels. It goes on really light and really smooth, and I feel like it just refreshes my skin so much, giving your face some moisture, and it should be refreshing you whenever you're putting it on. I don't know like if it's really true, but I see all the people doing it, but like patting things in, it feels good. It's like a little massage for your face, and I don't know, I like it. For my next step, I really don't know if this stuff works yet, but it's a Caffeine from The Ordinary. I've been putting it underneath my eyes for those work days to make sure that I'm awake, and it reduces a lot of puffiness and my eyes don't feel as tired throughout the day. It's been pretty helpful. Just use little amounts because you don't want to wipe this stuff all over your face, because low-key it might be taking like a whole chug of espresso if you're doing that. So I like to just put one drop underneath each eye. Look at that, it looks like I'm crying. But one drop underneath each eye and just rub that in around the eyes. And that might even be a little too much, you know, but I'm still experimenting with this product. And so far it's working, I would say. I think it might be a placebo thing, but I really like the way it feels. It makes my eyes feel a lot lighter and I don't feel as groggy in the morning. So I guess that means it's working. But again, be careful with it. Do not rub these products in like crazy. They are working when they are on your skin. You don't need to add more. You don't need to aggressively scrub. Just let it do its job. So it's in there now. I'm feeling awake. I'm feeling alive. We're gonna move on to our last step for the morning skincare. So the last step we have to move on to is the most important part of your skincare. Like the most important part. The most important part of skincare is making sure you prevent any problems from happening in the first place. And one of the biggest purveyors of problems happening is the sun. So you need an SPF for your skin to make sure the sun is not messing your stuff up. You feel me? So what I have here is Paula's Choice. It comes with an SPF and a daily wrinkle defense. SPF of 30, I like to go pretty light because here in Seattle, we don't get a lot of sun in general. You don't need too strong of an SPF. You know, if you want to feel the sun, right? But I just put a little amount on my finger, just like that. That might be even a little too much this time around, I don't know. But a little amount, and just do small dabs all over your face. Oh, and just rub that thing in. It comes out like this beige color, but as you can tell, like it hasn't changed the color of my skin at all. It starts going on pretty clear, and like my hands are like the same color, but I guess it doesn't really help that my skin is literally this color. So I guess use to your discretion. For me, I haven't noticed like anything, but even if it does change your skin, if you're like around my skin tone, it helps kind of even out your skin if it makes it all the same color. Pat that in, and I'm good to go. Look at that, the skin is feeling smooth. I don't know if you can rewind back to the beginning, but the skin is already feeling a whole lot better. And I feel awake, I feel alive, and overall, it's just a good way to start the morning. So a few disclaimers. If I'm a little tired, if I'm a little groggy, it's literally because I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. So I do want to say that I started off with a very, very, very basic skincare routine with just a cleanser. Everybody's favorite cleanser and probably everybody's first cleanser, St. Ives Apricot Scrub. That stuff messes your face up. all those peach pits, all those products, all those chemicals, all those fragrances in there are scratching your face to unbearable amount. It's basically like taking your fingernails and just rubbing it all over your face, but I was doing it twice a day. And I was wondering, why the hell is my skin so dry after I use it? And then I bought a moisturizer. And then I realized my skin's so dry, so I started putting on more and more and more moisturizer, right? Skincare is not easy, and figuring out what's the best routine for you is part of the fun, right? It's like making your own build of your own PC or your own car, but this time it's this machine of what your identity is, what your face is, and how you present yourself to the world. And this is what everybody sees first. So take care of it. So later in the day, we're gonna move on to my nighttime skincare routine. It's way less. I can promise you, it takes me probably like 5 to 10 minutes every single morning. The only reason why it took so long is because I wanted to talk with you guys and I was talking through every single product. I'm not always talking to myself in the mirror saying like, ooh, look at my skin, this is what I look like. But honestly, it helps sometimes. Like, you gotta hype yourself up during these quarantine moments and making sure that you can be happy with yourself and find ways of making your own happiness. It's pretty important. So this is my one. I only began doing it in the middle of quarantine and I've loved it ever since. So later you're gonna see me do my nighttime skincare routine. Like I said, it's way less steps, way less of a process, and it's so much easier to understand. We'll see you then.